Evening, everyone. Yes, welcome back to me after quite a bit of a lost in space, so to speak. Lost in the house, lost in renovating. I've been finding it rather difficult to do two things in the day, in the sense of I can either renovate, clean up the house, do house things, or I can do work. And unfortunately, at the moment, renovating house stuff is taking priority, so work's sort of been a little bit lagged. And I sort of get to the end of the day after the house cleaning, just the amount of stuff that I'm having to drag out of the house, take down to the dump. And then I sort of think, okay, I'm going to take a 5 minute break after dinner. I just fall asleep. So, we did, however, today get some spare parts come in. This is a 3v3 regulator, which surprisingly was available at the local electronics store. And by local, I mean, Element 14 Farnell. So we got that. That was what was damaged on this the last time we looked at it. So hopefully when we replace that, the machine comes to life, because I can't find anything else really wrong with it. And I'm just going to try and remember where that part was. Let's see, we've got stuttering here. It's a little bit lag, but it's not too bad. And this is, the A2159. I'm just trying to think, what chip was it? 6903 was the one at fault. Alright. Down here, eh? Alright. Overhead. I don't even know if my equipment still works. Or the tools on my desk. Let's see. Yep, I've pretty much forgotten how to do this now. Alright, so I'm pretty sure, that 99C chip. Gee, I hope that's the right one. TPS 6128. Well, TPS 62180. What? These are 62182s. This is not what I ordered. What the heck? Oh, please don't tell me they've done a substitute on me. That's not going to be any fun. Let me just check my order, see what I ordered. Barry, yes, well, Micro, he's getting better. He's certainly feeling a lot better. He does have a little bit of a habitual tick occurring because he's missing his front fang now. Sorry, he uses his tongue in here and there because he can't feel the fangs. So the tongue. It's like when you have a tooth that's loose or something. What the hell? Somehow or another, I've ended up with not the chip that I thought. Well, this is no good. Oh man. Fantastic. So you go to the schematic. Okay, let's try search for that again. TPS 62180. I didn't get it. I ordered the wrong goddamn thing. I cannot believe that. I waited a week to get the wrong chip. So what the hell did I order? Alright, so let's... God damn it. That's just what I need. Alright, so I could have sworn I put this one in before. This is an adjustable one by the looks of it. Oh, sorry, the one I want. Oh, boy. I don't need these kind of hiccups. They should be the same. What's the difference though between them, really? Yeah, it's certainly not a quick drive to the shop. I think the problem here is that the input voltage on these ones is 4 volts minimum. This here. Whereas on the... Mind you, what voltage? PPV in 3v3. V out 3.3, so it's got to be inputting something else. I just can't believe that it happened. It's a good way to waste a week. Well, the bigger problem is that they won't have any stock in Australia. What the hell? Oh my goodness. This happens with these technical documents and stuff. I find Element 14 has a bad habit of linking in things that are not the data sheets. So I'm just trying to work out exactly what the difference is. Okay, let's see what Damaris has given us. 6120, 62180, adjustable. Right, and see the 8.2 is fixed. So that's the problem, is this is a fixed output regulator, and the one we want is an adjustable. Yeah, so we're stuffed. We can't use them. Oh, I did not need that. Did not need that. Now I've got to apologize to the customer. Again. That's a bad mistake to make. Alright, fine, let's just have a moment to cry. Have a look at a different job. God damn it. I don't even know how I made that mistake. But yeah, being tired probably was it. But that's not a good enough excuse. Hey, warrant stamps. Alright, so this here has a problem with its fan assembly apparently. When you boot it, it immediately says fan issue and shuts it down for you. Because it's trying to save your stuff. Yeah, Damaris, it is 3.3, but the trouble is the pinouts are probably going to be different. And because the pinouts are different, if you drop it in there, it will, well, to put it subtly, buggerize things. Alright, now these are fun because you don't actually have screws in the bottom. You just press the button and you... There we go. I mean, if you want, you can look for some screws. Damaras, that was the 1598 board. I hate this part. The great test between your ability to tolerate bending and versus breaking. Okay, cool. Let's see if this thing actually does spin the fan. Get some power onto it. Battery's probably long since... Oh, there's no battery connected. Yeah, that'll about do it. Cute little fans. Trouble is, they're very hard to get a hold of these days. And alas, the fan spins. Oh, you mongrel, you're actually booting now? Something must have jammed the fan up or something when I just took the back off. It's come good. Hey Eddie, Ted. So the hammer trick actually would have worked. What the heck? Oh yeah, Windows 7 starter. Wow, this is original. Do you have a hard drive in you? Oh, you do too? Oh, that is so cute. You've actually got a full-size 2.5-inch hard drive. That's awesome. This is definitely going to need to be stripped out, moved to an SSD. I don't know how many more times this thing can boot before it gives up. Did that just do a chime? That's cute. I used to love these machines, you know, when they were all the rage back in the early 2000s. I remember telling one of the computer shops that I used to work for when I came back from South Africa and I was back in my hood, as it were. I said to him, I said, you know, when these EE PCs come out, I said, you really want to get in advance and stock up as much as you can because they're gonna sell like hotcakes. Anyway, they didn't, and they weren't able to get stock, and they missed out on all that profit. Go chia mining. I see that's the new craze. I'll give it a pass. Hey, John Finn, welcome. Hey, fixing things. Just saw you there. And Ted. I see Jim Hooks here. Hello, Jim. Welcome. Shutting down's taking a while. Hi, Sabatino. Trying to think of the proper way to get this out. I'm trying to use scum buckets as trying to steal the Windows license. I can't take it out this side because the rubber things are jammed in that way. Yeah, Damaras with the pin compatibility, I mean, that's one thing, but I am worried about there will be something configured somewhere on the board that will set some aspect of the voltage. I'm just going to have to wait the week. As much as I don't really want to, it's not something I want to take the chance on. Says the man who's ripping apart this HP. Okay. Well, I suppose it would be a fairly prudent measure. What is this anyway? 500 gig? 5400. That's a 160, I think. $2010. Oh wow. I'm not sure if this is a 500 or 160. I have a feeling it'll be a 160. I can't see any blatant number there to indicate, but I'm pretty sure a lot of them came out 160s. Ted, yes, I've been doing quite a bit of work on the house. Got all the carpets cleared out. Replaced a toilet, which was quite interesting, fun. Basically, yeah, we're cleaning up the yard, getting the junk out. Lots of trips down to the local dump. They're getting to know me now. I'm trying to find out what's going on, why this fan did report the error. Let's have a zoom in. As usual, there's a... Oh, I think I... No, that's not it. I can't get to that screw because it's like 1 millimeter under that panel. God, I hate pulling these things apart. So why did the engineers do that? Why? You get the tiling, so I got the, let's see, I got the grouting done, yes. I didn't do a very good job of it, but I did get it done, and that's what matters. Yeah, this is the part where I really hate these machines. I could just clip away that little piece of plastic. I'm just arguing with myself on ethical reasons. Did I fix my transmission? No, that's still being held by a screwdriver. Andre Scuzzies, at least I would expect to run. Let's see, if I've got to pull this cover off, that kind of immediately makes this a don't bother fixing it type job. I think what I'm going to be better off doing is throwing this into the recovery server, getting the data off. Mind you, it's a Windows 7 setup, so I can't just send them off to another machine because, you know, modern laptops will not run Windows 7. Well, obviously I've still got to replicate this, but even still. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to bother. Maybe I can just blow out the fan or something. My guess is that maybe one of the 3 phases on this brushless motor have become a little bit problematic. Then again, I don't know if it is brushless. Yep, we're not going to get any access from there. Crud. Alright, I think I'm going to... I know what my primary objective here is, but whether I'm actually going to dive in and replace that bloomin' fan, I don't know. Kind of seems like a bad party to me. Alright, next machine. What have we got? Some big... is this a 16-incher? 2141. Yeah, we do have a lot of different birds around here, which is quite surprising. We are in a bit more of a rural zone, but yes, there is quite an extensive amount of wildlife out here. I'm just going to switch over to this trashy view while I take this back panel off, because I don't want to expose too much information. Everything's still a bit of a wreck around here. My workshop and stuff is sort of like now low priority compared to everything else in the house. We've got ourselves a couch finally, and probably get a couple of rooms carpeted in a couple of weeks. And that will set us up so that we have sort of where we were 2 years ago before the in-laws came back. And at least from there we can then start to try and earn some more money and get ready for the... oh my god, this is a... yeah, I don't like the chances of this one. Got some fixing things. What happened to the... well, why broken pads? Okay, so puff battery, puff daddy. Could be the battery holding it down. It could be maybe something got into the power button or the trackpad. That is definitely rather gnarly. Yeah, Alex, that's right. You got to pop the keyboard out from the inside, I think. Oops, do not undo that. Overall, I'm definitely finding it quite a bit of a struggle to be doing my, the sort of repair work during the day while I've got all the renovation type work. But I think that's why we've decided, instead of doing all the renovation first up before we move down to this section, we've decided, well, I'm just going to have to make it livable enough, come down here and work from there again. So it's a little bit of a double up of some things in terms of moving stuff back and forth between the rooms, but I can't think of any other realistic way. The Joyous Death Stars, yes, I do remember those. A lot of us were scrambling back in the day to make sure our hosting providers or servers did not have those things in there. Alright, fingers crossed this isn't anything more, but I have a feeling it probably is. Well, I got 20 volts, 200 milliamp, Yeah, 300, 1 amp. Okay, I think this might just be trackpad and battery. I'm hoping it's trackpad and battery. Privacy filter. Hey, Hupperman. You been out stealing cars and hacking people up with machetes again, I see. You crazy Townsville people. Alright, that port's dead. That's interesting. What? It's actually now completely dead? That's interesting. Let's see if it does it while it's... Well, you all saw it before. It was running and now it's not. Yeah, this is a bored out job. And this is probably going to take 6 hours. There's a reason why we love the A1466s and similar. Because it doesn't take that long to get stuff out of them. Yeah, Miles, this one does give me the protocol negotiation data. Yeah, it's definitely attached to the wall and everything. I'm going to say maybe we got lucky and there's a bit of corrosion just playing silly buggers with us. Where the hell's my good tweezers? Either way, I'm just taking it out because, well, not much else I can do at this point. Cracky. They made everything more complicated yet again. Sorry, it's all over the flex. What? Oh, the corrosion, yeah. Let's make sure that's disconnected. So many flippin' cables. I don't even know what board this one is. There we go. This is a... what? 820. What? Oh, this is an 1700. How did I not know that? Okay, 1700. Yes, I have had these before. Yeah, for some reason I don't quite recognize all the flexes. Not sure why. Alzheimer's? Dementia? Take your pick. Fixing things, yes, I am at the same address. Like I said, we just displaced some existing participants. What does this thing do? That looks like a very... this flex here looks like the sort of flex that would just get snagged and tear simply because Apple wants it to. So you touch our computer, we snag and tear your flex. Okay, standard. Okay, shorty. Alright, so they're using it. Just trying to visualize and remember the setups that they're using as I separate things out. So at least I've got half a chance of reassembling it correctly. Looks like someone's already pulled the board out. You can just see that there's removal of paint on the inside of the screws here and there. They've done a good job putting it back in. Okay, let's submit the keyboard. Okay. Oh, another screw. They're everywhere. I'm still tempted to think that this is a keyboard or a trackpad fault. Nothing's jumping out at me. Like you'd expect with that sort of level of corrosion, something would jump out at you. But I've got nothing. I'll just plug it into one of the... what do you call it? USB-C connections and see if it doesn't come back to life. I don't know why it just died like that. Mind you, there is corrosion on that one, so maybe there is corrosion on this connector. Okay, this has got... I wouldn't call it a colossal amount of damage, but it has got some damage on it. But as I said, it's not a colossal amount. So I suppose you don't need much. You need one drop in the right place and it's all over. This, on the other hand, is immaculate. Uh, 2141 with the 820 1700 in it. Damn, I just lost... What the hell? I'm losing screws left, right and center out of these things. I've got no screws left on the bottom here now. I've got 2 there. This whole thing is basically held on with hot glue. Okay, boot. 20, 100. 2, 3, 2, come on. Yeah, this is booting again. I don't know why it didn't boot before. I think it was just there was the corrosion on the contacts. So we'll bring it all back. I'm sorry, I know, we went through all that rigmarole. But, I wanted to check to make sure there wasn't anything visually on the board. What the heck? Crikey. They're making it difficult to get these things in more and more. Now you gotta hold back the sticky, what do you call it, shrouds for the fan. Oh, they did miss that fan. I thought there was a bit something strange missing there. When they reassembled this board, they missed the fan connector here. I can't really criticize them for it though, because in all honesty, there's so many of these damn flexes, it's amazing anyone, even at the factory, can get this back together. Maybe this is a new technique for defeating right to repair. They just sort of like put you into an induced rage state. Seriously, that's ridiculously difficult to reassemble cleanly. Yeah, look at that, and the fan connectors went straight back under there. There we go. And now the other one's gone. Oh, this is going to rightfully ping me right off, mate. If you hold this wrong, it will snag and then tear as the circuit board comes down. Son of a gun. Well, someone earned their pay packet at Apple. Yeah, sticky tape is probably a sensible option. But yeah, that fan assembly was not plugged in. But like I said, I mean, I can't criticize the people that took it apart, because by golly, I mean, I can totally see how that happens. And what do you know? There you go. See, over here, it happened. Yeah, sticky tape is probably going to be the solution. Just astounding. Got it this time? Maybe. Hey Keith, yeah, Micro's doing good. Um, he goes in for a checkup next Monday. I'd say the process of getting him back into the cat carrier and getting him down to the clinic is going to be um, the most stressful part for him, because he obviously knows now that the last time we got him in the carrier, it didn't go so well for him. Alright, so that's booting. Fans aren't going to spin because I haven't got them connected. Okay, we're up to 1 amp. We've got an Apple logo. Yeah, alright. Okay, so what we've got here is the board is fine, but the chassis is a wreck. The keyboard's gone, the battery's gone. I can see already that the display has water damage in it as well. So I probably will say to these people, let me back it up. I'll put it in target disk mode, back it up, and then we'll go from there. Interesting though, it's stuck on the Apple logo and nothing else. That's a bit concerning. Oh no, here we go. Yep, we're good. Yeah, Benjamin, you're right. It is very much the opposite of ASMR. It's more like stress channel. Oh, do not stall there. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. I guess it's slowing down a little bit because it doesn't have keyboard or anything like that. Or fans for that matter. Come on. Come on. Come on. I just realised I'm not even going to be able to power this off without. Hey Wade. Well, fixing things, the screen is stuffed up. You can see the liquid damage in it. For the most part, I would consider this a insurance write-off. So yeah, I'd just write this up as liquid damage. Data was recovered, thank goodness. At least I bloomin' well hope I'm going to get there. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to kill the power on this, which is not how I wanted to do this, but no, well, alright. So it boots, there's nothing actually wrong with the main board, it's just the chassis is completely trashed. And yeah, because the screen's got water damage in it, then yeah, we'll consider it a complete write-off. Let's see, what is this, 612... Hey, Daniel Eklund, Tony W. Basil's here too. Sorry, Basil, didn't see you there. Derek Chan, Liquid Solution. I use a thing called Ambersil. That's a brand of it, but yeah, it's basically any sort of. They're all caustic type, caustic soap type things, non-foaming caustic soap. 612. Add note. Mainboard is seemingly in perfect condition. Left hand side USB-C ports damaged. Battery damaged. Screen Liquid damaged. I suppose I should say liquid damage everywhere. Trackpad. Liquid damaged. Keyboard. Liquid damaged. System is a data recovery to time machine and replace perhaps. Alright, well at least this one actually has a recovery option. Usually of course it's the other way around, where the chassis is fine but you can't get the mainboard to come back to life, and that's the end of that. That's just a big fat sad story. And all you can do is the Dave Jones wah wah wah. Alrighty. Not really getting any board work done here, so we'll try this one. Okay, what have we got? iPhone 7. That's a funky little front display there. Gone black, not charging, won't turn on, won't reboot. Okay. Maybe TriStar. Maybe Tigress. Maybe a short. Yeah. Plugged in. 2 amp. No, not 2 amps. 2 milliamps. Okay. Maybe all of the above. Who knows? If it is Tigress, let us hope and pray. Sorry. If it is TriStar, let us hope and pray that it is not underfilled. I don't like doing the underfilled ones. Honestly, it's at the point where these days, with an iPhone 7, if it's a bad TriStar, then I'll go to all manner of options, such as even transferring all their photos over air. What do you call it? Can't think of the name of it now. Anyway, hey, this has been opened before because I can feel that it does not have that adhesive. That's okay. Just more a point me thinking someone's been in here. $32.15 underfilled. Well, I think a $32.17 underfilled would be even worse. Alright, so yeah, this has well and truly been meddled with. We've got a battery that's developing pimples, so it's obviously getting near puberty. Let's get this thing apart. So we could actually end up simply having a bad battery, and the bad battery might be inhibiting everything. Especially that it's got pimples developing. Oh, they did leave the top bonding there. Well, what's going on, Kopaz? What depression are we talking about? Yeah, Hype, I'm on something more along your lines. I don't know how you people do work in kiosks in shopping centres. I mean, come on. I can barely stay focused with my daily work when I'm not talking on YouTube. And people in kiosks have to deal with obnoxious customers and unpredictable customers, people turning up right at the last second, say, oh, can you fix this in a hurry? I need it now. And I've got a message. Job hunting misery. Oh, right. Thanks, Copaz. Right. Copaz sucking at job hunting, is he? Alright, let's see if we get any sort of drain now. Still no drain. Joy. Okay, so we go to the next step. Bring out the... Hey, where the hell's my... Oh, there it is. Nope, not 7 plus. These contraptions are quite useful. Hey, Sonia. Alright. Now the question is, does Paul actually have an iPhone 7, 8? Another 7 Plus. What kind of a joke? 7 Plus. 7 Plus. Oh, what? That is not part of this series. 6, 7 Plus, 10, 6S, 6 Plus. Seriously, what a joke. There's got to be another cable around here that has the iPhone 7 connector on it. I guess now it's my quest to find that cable. Should I actually care? This is what happens when you separate things. And you think, oh, I'll just grab that cable. I'll bring it right back. I know where it belongs. I'm going to remember. Ooh, something shiny. And yep, that's the end of the day. And that poor cable never makes it back home. Instead, it's out there somewhere on the streets, desperately trying to cut a living. All because I got slack. This is basically forcing me into the situation where I have to use the older style setup, which I really don't care for anymore. So the trouble is, when you get used to the new style of this sort of thing, you kind of like it, and you don't want to have to go back to the old method. Oh, that just blatantly sucks eggs. Let me just have another quick squiz around here. I'm going to mark it down as about a 1 in 50,000 chance that I find this cable before I give up. And yeah, we're probably not going to see this cable, because this came with a couple of cables, and one of them I put the iPhone 7 connector on it. Son of a gun. Alright, old style. Actually, I wonder if I can do it off one of these. Yeah, I might be able to get away with it doing it a different way. 8 plus. That's a no. Bare wire. That's definitely a no. 6S. Sorry, folks. Technical difficulties, of course. 7 4.7. Well, what do you know? Hello. And it's not too badly beaten up. It should work. What the hell? Oh yeah, whoops. Don't mind me, folks. Upside down. Yep, told you it was a hard day. Let me guess, you've broken off? No. And one thing I've just noticed is that this battery is not held in by pull tabs. This battery... Oh wow, I can just move it like that. That's crazy. Okay, this battery's coming out. There we go. Seriously. June 2020 and it's already got pimples. Alright. Where's my micro USB cable? And now I've got one. That'll do it. Okay. Yeah, everything's upside down, back and front. Oh, yeah. Alright, something's getting very... We got a short by the looks of it. I couldn't actually even see what the current was. But the display faded out, so that's usually a reasonably good indication that you got a short somewhere on there. It might be strong enough that I don't even have to use the infrared or anything. I can't see anything melted or distorted yet. So typically if you have a strong short in any of these parts, they will deform that overfill. There's a little bit of damage there. I guess we'll just take the board out. So I'll just double check that. Sorry. People are going, why, man? What I'm going to do about double checking is I've got this current meter here, but if the display goes on, obviously I can't read exactly. But there's another current meter I have in the actual power brick, and it might tell me oh yeah, helps if you plug it in, Paul. Shock horror. I'm really doing a good job at doing 10-minute tech here. Yeah, that's 2 amps straight up. Normally cap next to PMIC. I actually get them in a few different places. I get quite a few over here. Occasionally I'll get one there. But I've only had one or two at the PMIC area, so it's interesting that everybody gets the different areas where it happens. Hey Pedro, how's things at I Scam You today? Business growing, strong? Con little old ladies out of their iPads, have you? Oh, that was a moron move. Oh, there's no sim in there. That was definitely a moron move. I just noticed someone's... looks like they've broken that bracket. No, they just forced it off the edge. Fixing things are the ones you get, are they liquid damage or are they physical drop damage? Because a lot of mine are liquid damage. Oh, drop and stop. Okay. Well, you know, in this case, because this isn't liquid damage, maybe this will be on the PMIC area. Ah, damn it, Paul. Stop chatting to people and focus on your job. Yeah, well, this will be a data if it is liquid damage. Oh yeah, but no, I agree with you. Once again, I'm just looking to see if there are any obvious ones around. Unfortunately, it's not giving me the pleasure of that. Damn it. High hopes. Two amps. I should actually be able to find that pretty quick. Let's take off this shield as well. Now I could get straight to the point, just bring out the infrared, but I did want to have a visual at least at first. Okay, hopefully it's not under the CPU shield. Not really in the mood for that. So let us hope that it's something on the underside here. So we'll rig it up. Throw the infrared camera on. Hope that I actually charged it. With some hope. Of course, it's going to be a lot of fun if nothing shows up. Okay, here we go. Bam, right back there, right? Interesting. So just see that again. Naturally, of course, the infrared camera. So let's try it again. Yep, no question about it. Right there. Alright, we'll have a look under the microscope now. Somewhere just around here. Unless, of course, the damn MOSFET is there. If it's a MOSFET, that's going to tick me right off. Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's a MOSFET, yeah. How annoying. No, I'm 99% sure it's going to be the MOSFET. Yeah, because it's this Q2101. Why do I not have a schematic? Yeah, no. Alright. So we have to get that off, bridge it, and then do the infrared test again. Mind you, just in case, because we don't have the resolution on that infrared, just in case, we will fire it up and confirm that it is the MOSFET, because it'd be just my sort of luck tonight that it wasn't the MOSFET. It sure looked like it. Yep, it's a MOSFET. Alright. Glad I didn't spend a few weeks chasing a non-existent fault. Trying to think how I'm going to pick this one out without removing the FET. Well, you can, I mean, yeah, sure, you can sort of like jumper it somewhere else or put the power in somewhere else. Is that what you're doing? Just finding another suitable VDD main point? Or you got some other masterful trickery that you're not going to share? I think my settings might be a little low. Oh, software and thermal kind of, you just go looking for the second heat point. I suppose I really should have looked around for that. They came off fairly clean. Alright, so we just need to, as long as we don't bridge this sucker, we can do whatever we like over here. I've got the software to, well, I mean, I write my own software, so I mean, I have got the ability to do that. but I don't have the macro ability. What was that all about? There we go. That's a professionally done bridge. Very professional. Now, you're going to be waiting to see the one in the PMIC area far up, aren't you? What I hate is how many times that when you do find the real one, you go, how did I miss that? How did I miss seeing that cracked, ugly looking SOB of a capacitor or something? And yet, you do. Hey, Andrei Muslov. Now, the thing we're going to be fighting with now is the fact that the bench is all hot, but yeah, I'm getting the feeling that this short's probably going to be hot enough to show itself anyway. Okay, so here we go. Alright, maybe not. Wow, that's completely killing it, but it's nothing's showing up. I'm gonna have to. There we go. This short is strong enough that I need some cardboard to do this. Actually, maybe I can put it on the rubber. The black rubber will give me maybe 20-30 seconds before the heat starts coming through. But you'll notice that we've got a lot of heat being burned up in the actual connector, which doesn't help me a hell of a lot. So it's got to be real close up there, maybe on the other side. Hey, from the ashes. Now these are the shorts that are fun. Because they're so strong that the connector and the cabling in the connector has the higher resistance, as it were, and so it tends to burn off all the heat. So all the heat rather just gets generated in the connector rather than in the part, because the part where it's shorted is just too good. It's too close to zero. And in order to get heat, you need to have some resistance. But if all of it's been burned up in the connector area, then, well, good sweet luck doing that. But on the upside, it means that it's probably going to be fairly close to the socket somewhere. And this is usually where you have to resort to... See, I really don't want to heat up this area much, because once you heat these suckers up, that's it, they're over, they're dead. And you can't really get them back on, because they're so heat sensitive that when you try to put a new one on, it also burns up. Mongrels. So if you try to take this shield off, you invariably knock that out. And so it definitely becomes a data recovery phone only. is this fixing things? CPU side. I don't know. I'll take it off anyway. Take it off. I'll take it off. But, yeah, usually shorts that strong, I find they're, one of these sort of things around here somewhere. Because you're going to have a really short path in order to make it so that the resistance is lower than what's in the connector itself. What I should do is actually pull apart that connector and see if I can't improve its resistance by putting on some beefier lines or something. It's going to suck though, but yeah. Okay, so this is our... Yeah, it does not help that we've got... Well, to be fair, that looks pretty good, all things considered. You see, the problem is that these are really flimsy lines for getting the current through. Not that you have a lot of choice. Alright, let's get the CPU shield off. Much as I hate doing this. I'll actually put it into a retainer frame. Oh wow, the flux is all old. It's been that long since I've used it. And one of the first things you have to do with this particular board is take off that silicon stuff. Otherwise you'll wonder why the hell you can't get the damn thing off. Tony, it is a little bit, but it's not going to be the cause of the issue here tonight. I hate doing this. I really, 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 really hate cutting these. Just, it feels like such a violation and all of it. Feed wire onto the MOSFET, yeah, that's another way. If we can't get anything to show up, then yeah, we're going to have to take options like that. I'm just trying to go the ways I don't have to, because feeding that wire into the MOSFET is actually a little bit tricky if you want it to be robust. Hey Walter, oh, yeah, the house is getting there. It's just, well, it's getting there. Ask me another couple of years, eh? Yikes. A little bit warm. lots of corpses of TriStars around the place. Make sure I hold on to this while I put it in the cooler. I'm just waiting, trying to get the board to cool down a bit so we don't have quite as a dramatic issue on the infrared camera. I also don't want to let go of the board because it will quite willingly be sucked right up into the abyss, the gnashing, nasty, gnawing, biting, vicious abyss of my fan assembly. Oh, Walter, which screen did you get? I have already looked at that flex. It wasn't shorted. It looks like it's torn, but it's not. God damn it, what is wrong with you? What's Travis going on? What are you going on about, Travis? Oh, cable extension for the 1466. Yeah, it's a useful tool. You can get them for 1398 and 1502 as well. Well, I found them to be less less guaranteed to work. Okay, so here we go. No, just wait. I think I spotted it. It's by the RAM. I think. Let me see. Does my mouse pointer work up here? Yeah, it does. Check this area here. Just around where my mouse pointer is. You'll see it faintly glows. There, right there. That's where it is. It's baseband CPU. It would be one of the caps there. Let us pray it's a cap and not the baseband. But it's going to be a pain because, well, I suppose hopefully we can just knock off the cap if it is one. Because you really, 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 really don't want to have to do anything with the baseband. Alright, see if we can make an honest board out of this. Yeah, that's plugged in. Let's get our alcohol. Yeah, just a flick it right, yeah. First I've got to actually... Okay, see. Well, I'm not seeing any... Must be on the other side. Yeah, it's got to be on the other side. Or maybe that wasn't plugged in. There's something down here. No. Did I misread everything? Okay, there's a bit of a weird... Genuinely not... It's definitely blanking out. Just gonna check on here, see if anything jumps up. It could be that because most of the current is still being burned up by the connector, that we don't really get enough heat developing to burn off the alcohol. Flip me. Fine, I'll check him for a short, but... Wait, are you talking on the phone, or are you talking about on the actual Flex? Phone or Flex? Yeah, short on the battery terminals. Close enough anyway. 2.6. Shad. Told you it wasn't the Flex. I know. These things get in your head and you can't get them out. My guess is... Okay, Okay, I am going to actually just flick that cap. The VCC cap. Because I'm thinking that most of the current again is still being burned up in the connector. Schematic. So whichever one here. Okay. VDD main. Oh, they're all goddamn VDD main, damn it. These are all VDD main. So it could be any one of these. So that's not... Okay, there's also those two. So they're in their area. VDD boost, for God's sake. It's not even in the area where we're getting the heat. Because remember, we got a heat build up in this area here. Barry, which cap was that? Tom, we already did get the infrared out. It's inconclusive because we've got too much heat going in through the connector. So really at this point, the only way to shut everybody the hell up, because you all make me cranky, is to put a wire on VCC main. Now, I'm not a great fan of doing this because it's very easy to yank that wire. So what I'll do instead is I'll put wire on ground and then I'll use a probe to apply power into the board. Still not a fan of that technique. Because it can be so easy to slip, and when you slip and you touch something else that you're not supposed to touch, well, it's just a bad touch then, isn't it? You start writing bad music. Ah, damn it. 35, 31, I think it might be that it has conformal coat on it. Okay, but I'll have a look at that, definitely have a look at that. Yeah, it's conformal coat. So maybe I can do a 2-probe system. This is probably a bit ballsy for me, but I'm going to try it. Especially since the MacBooks have let us down tonight. Okay, memory. I'm just going to set it 1 volt. 2 amps, that should do it. I will forewarn everybody that I do not really like doing what I'm about to do, but I like it more than the alternative, which is to solder wires onto boards. Here goes everything. Yeah, they all just heat up. Not seeing it there. Luke, you want to tell me which cap? Because none of those are cracked. If you can tell me which cap it is, I'll happily remove it for you. Looks like I'm doomed to have to blimmin' well solder onto the board. Can't believe you people have made me fall to this. Sonia, instincts. Pfft. I trusted, yeah, if my instincts were good, I wouldn't be in this situation in many scenarios. But I appreciate the vote of confidence. Microwave will work. You gotta make sure now, was that a crack cap or was it just a case of you were looking at the conformal coat? Because conformal coat, when it's thin, will look like a cracked surface. Hey Greg, nice to see you, buddy. Alright, now for this I need very fine wire, but not so fine that it heats up too much. Alright, now my paranoid butt's going to put Captain tape on this to try and stop too much damage if I suffer from a spasm. Hey Daniel, Eklund, now you got me all happy. Strictly speaking, I should probably put a loop on that or something, but hopefully this will suffice. Oh shoot, that was too... Alright, now I need a pair of alligator clips back on the power supply points. I kid you not, my biggest fear with these sort of jobs is accidentally snaring the job, and one of the mic, what do you mean, Paul? One of the power supply cables, and just completely ruining the person's job. Pedro, why would I be happy to see you? It is possible the wire will get hot, but I'm hoping that it will get slightly less hot than the terrible design that they use on those connectors. So we might be able to get a better differentiation and actually have a chance of spotting really where the short might be. Alright, so we're going to go with 1 volt 2 amps into it. Let's see how we go. Okay, the wire's getting hot as expected. Just adjust that. Seeing if there's anything else that gets warm. Okay, we're going to crank it up 2 volts 2 amps. Need to quieten this down. Half a volt 2 amps. Okay, so I'm going to need more amps than anything else. 3. My bad, my bad. It's interesting that the hotspot, biggest hotspot, is actually here. The question is that because of the wire, or is that because that's where the actual short is? So I'll just move the wire to the side, and if it reappears there, we know we found our short. Oh yeah, short killer. Yeah, that's going to really make my day. Okay, we do have a weak spot developing here, right there. The thing is, I'm going to flip it over and see if it's not coming through the board from the other side. Yeah, there, fire's up again. Yeah, it's definitely one of those caps. Alright, at least this time it's coming up hotter, so there might be a chance we can actually see it properly. Whereas before it was only just really weakly coming through. Now it's coming through stronger. So now we actually might be able to see it on alcohol. I could try, what do you call it? Freeze spray, but honestly, in this weather, freeze spray just doesn't work because it's just too hot. By the time I get the board down to temperature and I'm about to hit the go, it's already defrosted off. Oh, the frost is already gone. Come on, where are you, you mongrel? I don't know which one it is. That's crazy. That's the other problem. Maybe I've got no choice. Maybe I'm going to have to go freeze spray. Because I don't think it's not hot enough to make this come off. So, the trouble is I've got alcohol on the board now. Yeah, you're all guessing at the moment what it is. You don't really know. It is one of them, yes, but we don't really know which one it is. Take one off at a time. It could be, but I just... like I said, guessing is not really how I like to do this too much. Okay, well, that is not the right spray. That is contact cleaner. That would have not have been a good outcome. This, on the other hand, is free spray. Yeah, I'm not going to remove all three. I only want to remove one. I only want to do this once and remove one. I am injecting voltage. Oh my goodness. People who don't listen to... Okay, here we go. See what I mean? If I had to guess, it's that one right next to the... But that's... Shit, should I do 4 amps? Okay, it's the... I found it. It's this one here. Yeah, this is the faulty one. Or at least I'm pretty sure it is, because it's... When I finally put 4 amps in, which I will say, don't like doing, it did jump out. But as you can see, the drama I have with trying to use freeze spray around here, it's very difficult to get freeze spray to stick around. I'm just using 250 here. It's just enough to get this stuff soft. This is also why short killers are pretty useless if you've got these sort of shorts. Because if you've got a short like this and you apply a short killer, you'll probably burn up all the tracks before you actually successfully get the cap to give up. Damn it, I wanted that cap. That might be it. Yeah, that's it. There we go, there's our fracture line. Unless I created it when I knocked it out. But you can see a change of coloration there. I could be wrong, but it does look like it. I'll try and measure it. Bob, no, dim backlight's usually a messed up coil or usually a messed up coil. The glorious sound of a shorted cap. And now what's more important is seeing if we're still shorted here. And we're not. We're up to 340, so that's great. So that was it. That was the cap. That was a tricky one. Tricky because it was too good a short. Okay, now I've got to put everything back together and hope I haven't ripped out my pads. I have, admittingly, in the past, every now and then, forgotten to put the MOSFET back. Just left it bridged. It was not a good thing to do. Don't do that. Always remember to put the thing back. Again, I hate this because of the damage that gets done. You know, it no longer looks like a nice iPhone board. And we have to re-ball that MOSFET, put it back in. Yeah, John, I pretty much can go to bed now, can't I? Sorry, fixing things that didn't turn out to be a PMIC one. It's always interesting how everybody seems to get their collection of where they get their quirky faults. Oh man. You know, you could not produce a bridge that good on demand ever if you needed to. Oh geez, Huffman, you're not going to be able to go to work tomorrow. You're going to be too sleepy, dude. We've still got to reball the MOSFET and put it back down. Yeah, it's all about the hunt. I think I've ran out of alcohol there. And I'm using the wrong bay on the board holder. Ow. And that's hot. So hot. So does anyone actually ultrasonic clean their iPhone boards? Because I figured there's a lot of sensors on these boards that don't like being ultrasonic. Yeah, I'm fixing things. I may still just classify this as a... I did quote the person mostly just on data recovery. So I may still just do that, but it is a working phone, so yeah, who knows. Right, to reball or to blob. I think we'll reball. We'll be the responsible person. By the way, I did get my memory stencils eventually. So I'll probably never use them for another 6 to 12 months, but at least I've got them now. No more having to hand place balls and stuff like that. Well, I didn't know you had a memory one. I've got all your other ones. And I know a lot of them have got, you know, the various memory bits on them, so... Yeah, there we go. That's the one we're after. Wait. Okay, Daniel, thank you, and I'll see your transaction when I get back to the workshop, to the admin office. By the way, I have received it, yeah. Alright, solder paste. Weiß die solder paste alsjeblieft. Oh, right. Right. You don't ultrasonic, okay. Got it. Yeah, this is heaps. Got it, right. Yeah, I'm the same when it comes to the ultrasonic. There's too many little bits and pieces on these boards now. And I think they get trashed quite badly by the power of ultrasonic at the best of times. Oh, that's a cluster fire truck. I should have dried it out first. I might be able to rescue that. Coffee in the morning would be much appreciated. Thank you, fixing things. Always appreciated. Yeah. we will not try and rescue that. We will instead dry out our paste properly. I thought I could get away with not drying that paste, but I'm going to have to. I thought because it's only a 3x3, maybe it will work. But instead I have to do this. Jason does ultrasonic his, but not fully immersed. You'll notice he usually just puts in the corner or something like that. And a lot of that was on the older ones too, not the newer ones. No, that's still sloppier than... well, I don't know what to describe it as, but anyway, that's too sloppy. That's more like it. Beautiful. Fairly sure I do not have that orientated correctly. Okay, pin 1's down here, near the boundary line, the shield line. Like that. Just got a wee smidge of... I said a wee smidge. Ach, nee man. guess who now has forgotten where pin 1 was. Damn it. As in on the chip itself, I can't remember. I think it might have been that way. Get out of my face here. Where the hell's the dot? I'm pretty sure that's it. Bob, you can get them from Bad Caps. For both open board view and flex board view. Now there better be a damn dot under there, else I'm gonna cry. There's a dot under there. Whew. That was a close one. Yeah, Bad Caps is quite unique in the fact that it's about the only English, non-pay-per-use download type site. Yeah, everything else out there is all based on points, and you basically have to become a bit of a, I wouldn't say a scammer, but you have to sort of like be a bit of a trade thief merchant as well. And yeah, it's just Bad Caps is how it should be. Oops. Yeah, fixing things. I think we've all had a few too many phones that end up like that. Or the ones that you recover from liquid damage only to find that they've got this phone is disabled because it managed to live long enough to use up all of its entries. But yeah, stuff like that gives you nightmares. I gotta sneeze. For all of those of you who didn't die in that sonic boom, congratulations. God, I hate putting these flexes on sometimes. Sometimes there's no dramas. Other times, if it's a third-party screen, sometimes there we go. The flex is just sort of like a bit off in terms of length, and it won't line up nicely. We're going to use their pimple-ridden battery again, just to check that it charges and does stuff initially. And we have 1.3 amp charge and an Apple logo. Okay. Obviously I've got to take this off screen while it boots. Okay, it just did the hiccup thing that iPhone 7s used to do. Now that's a good sign, the bong. Alright. We've got a passcode entry situation. Let's see. And it all looks good. Okay, so I'll go basically take this straight over to the backup machine, make a backup of this, and then put it back together and all the shields and stuff like that. And hopefully, at least then the person's got their data. So anything else beyond the data is a win. So we're good. I can feel it's heating up a little bit. I don't think the home button works. Yeah, I don't have any home button activity, so that's a bit sus. I might just, while I'm here, accessibility, let's see, touch, assistive touch, turn on. Okay, good. Alright. Okay, well, just, yeah, put that aside. Guess that does it. It's a bit late in the night. What a terrible night in terms of MacBooks, though. Nothing was going our way. At least the iPhone saved the day. So anyway, I am going to cut it short, and I will see you all next time. Maybe I'll get some more decent machines to try and fix tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe I'll fix another toilet. You don't know what you're going to get. I'll catch you all later. Till then, take care.